Okay, can everybody hear me? Hear me. Okay, inshallah, in alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulullah. We're going to get right into it. And by the way, I apologize, guys. I got some issues. I'm dealing with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things at one time. You know, my mother is overseas visiting and she's sickly. And I'm waiting on her. She's in a different time zone. She's in the Emirates and the time zone is different. So that's why I'm taking calls back and forth, back and forth. Okay, let's get started. Inna alhamdulillah wa salat wa salam ala wa rasulullah. Did I share? I don't even know if I shared on Facebook. Did I share it on Facebook, guys? To the channels? What? Because sister said I didn't. That's why she can't see me. Okay, let me share it now, sweetheart. I'm sorry. The new Muslim said I didn't share it to you guys on Facebook. I'm sorry. I'm doing 10 things at one time. Like I said, my mother is in a different time zone, so a lot of stuff. I'm getting ready to share it now. Here you go. It should be there. Okay, hold on. Here's the group. There it is. You guys should see me now. Okay, so let's get started. Today we're going to speak about some more Sunnans of the prayer. We're going to speak about the prostration and the sitting. But before we get into the particulars of those two positions of the prayer, let me just give you a quick quiz. Let's hope we can get through this quiz too. A quick quiz on what we discussed the last time we met for this class. And last time we met, we talked about the bowing position of the prayer. Okay, everybody see that? So when we perform the bowing, how are the hands placed? How are the hands placed during the bowing?
They're on your knees and your fingers are open like they're grabbing around your knees.
You guys agree with her answer? Yes, good job. MashaAllah, exactly. When you bow, you're going to bend over and place your hands over your knees, the top of your knees. You want your back to be straight and your eyes. Sister Amira, she wanted to know, where should the eyes be? Your eyes should always be on the spot on the floor where your head will be when you prostrate. So instead of looking all around, keep your eyes focused on the spot on the floor where you prostrate at. Everybody got that? Okay, next question. What do we say when we're bowing? What is said in the bowing position? Anyone remembers? Excuse me? Whoever that was, can you repeat it? Okay, you guys agree with her answer? Y'all agree? Hello, Zoom, wake up.
Agree.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, say it again for them so they can understand her. Go say it again. Exactly. Subhana Rabbil Adim. Adim. That's dog. Adim. Adim. Adim, not Azim. Azim is what the Pakistanis say. Z is dog. Subhana Rabbil Adim. Subhana Rabbil Adim. Subhana Rabbil Adim. How many times do we say it?
3.
Exactly. 3 times. Subhana Rabbil Adim. Subhana Rabbil Adim. Subhana Rabbil Adim. Exactly. What about this? At what points of the prayer do we raise our hands? Remember, we raise our hands to our shoulders. At what points? Good job, Sister Akiz. Good job, Aikiz. Good job. MashaAllah. Proud of you. It's my baby. Ikes. Good job. At what point of the prayer are the hands raised? So y'all can see that's a sister I'm talking to. That's my baby. Let me put her picture. There she is. She's number A. Letter A. Okay. At what points in a prayer do we raise the hands? Go ahead.
Opening takbir when you're going down to bow, when you're raising up from bowing, and going to prostration, when you're getting up from prostration, and I think that's it.
What the hell? Okay, yeah, exactly. Hold on for 1 second, guys. Hold on for a minute. Can you guys hear me? I am so sorry, guys, and I appreciate y'all waiting for me to deal with this back and forth issue I got going on here with my family. Let me try to finish this class up, Jayla. Okay, let me see if I can do this and we can keep it moving. Hold on. Okay, before we this question here. When you raise your hands from bowing, what is it that we say? Can anybody tell us? When we come up from bowing, what do we say? Can anyone remember?
Sami Allahi Hamida.
Oh God, what's wrong with your voice, girl?
I fell asleep while you were gone.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Yes, Sami Allahu liman hamidan.
Yes.
Sami Allahu liman hamidan. Rabbana walakul ham. Don't forget that. Rabbana walakul ham.
Coming down, yes.
Yeah, that's what we say when we're bowing. So now what we're going to do is go into the prostration. And I thank you guys for being so patient with me. You guys know I have to run the website and deal with all other type of issues. I'm just one person. But today we're going to speak about the prostration. Oh, look at this. I told you I couldn't read it. Let me put this up. I'm going to make it bigger so y'all can see. Now, a lot of Muslims ask about the prostration, and I want y'all to look at this picture because this picture shows exactly how we prostrate. We have one of the companions who said, I saw the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam while prostrating. He placed his knees on the floor before his hands. Now, this is an issue that many Muslims debate about. When you go down to the floor, should I go down knees first or hands first? The correct answer is, guys, it doesn't matter because this is a Sunnan anyway. And for years, I have tried to tell the young brothers out there that this is an issue not worth arguing over because it's a Sunnan. We have this hadith here that says the Prophet went knees first, but guess what? Guess what? We also have the second hadith, whereas another companion says, I saw the people placing their hands on the floor before their knees. This hadith, and he said, this is what the people of the hadith say. So either way, y'all see that? These two hadiths here, both of these hadiths show that whatever is easier for you, for some people, knees first may be easy. For other people, hands first. As a female, I've never been able to prostrate knees first. I've always went hands first. Allah doesn't want you falling over in the prayer. So it doesn't matter if you go down to the floor knees first or hands first, as long as you get to the floor. And also when you get to the floor, you should put your nose, your forehead, and hands on the floor, just like this man is in the picture. You should be flat. Your nose, your forehead, and your hands. And they should be separate from your body. We have this hadith where the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he prostrated, he would put his forehead between his hands and separate his arms from the side. In other words, don't have your arms close up on you. Let me make this larger so I can show you guys. You want your arms to be away from your body and at the side. So say I'm on the floor. My forehead, my nose, my hands are flat. See how my elbows are up. You don't want to be like this. You want your elbows to be out, up, spaced wide. Okay? So that's very important. And also your hands should be parallel to your ears. Your hands should be parallel to your ears. Your hands open, they're spaced, your fingers spaced, and they're parallel to your ears or shoulders. And the fingers together and stretched out, open and stretched out. Y'all see that? Just like the man is doing in the picture. This is the way the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did it. Okay? But if a person does keep their fingers together, you can. I mean, it's just a sunnan. This is just a sunnan. to have the hands open and his fingers spaced out, it's just a Sunnan. Okay, but if you do close it, the prayer is still acceptable. And of course, you should always face the Qibla. Have yourself facing the direction of the Qibla. Everybody got that? All right. Also, a lot of people ask, how long do I have to prostrate? How long should I be in that position? Well, you go into that position and as long enough to say, Subhana Rabbil Ala, Subhana Rabbi Ala, Subhana Rabbil Ala, Subhana Rabbil Ala. I tried to write it there. Let me make it larger so y'all can screenshot it. I'm looking at how I got it spelled. Subhana Rabbil Ala, Subhana Rabbil Ala, 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 Subhana Rabbil Ala. You should say that when you are in that position prostrating. Say it 3 times. That should be pronounced at least 3 times. And also, when you are prostrating, this is when you can also make your personal supplications too. But say it at least 3 times. Okay? 3 times. So when you're bowing, you say Subhana Rabbil Azim. When you're prostrating, you say Subhana Rabbil Ala. So this is easy on the tongue. Easy on the tongue. And you want to just be calm. Just calm and when you are in that position. Because this is the closest position that you will take before Allah. And also, guys, no Quran reading. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I have forbidden you from reciting Quran when bowing or prostrating. When you bow, simply glorify Allah. In other words, you would say, Subhana Rabbil Azim. And when you prostrate, strive your hardest to make personal supplications. Most likely, Allah will hear them. So this is a good time to make dua when you are prostrating. So whatever personal supplications you have, and it doesn't have to be in Arabic. It doesn't have to be in Arabic. This is the time you say, oh Allah, I'm looking for that new job to come through. Oh Allah, give me that new job. Oh Allah, give me that baby I want. Oh Allah, get me a righteous wife. Oh Allah, get me a nice house. So you don't recite Quran when you are bowing, nor do you recite Quran when you are prostrating. Instead, you simply glorify Allah with Subhana Rabbil Azim and Subhana Rabbil Ala, and then make personal supplications. Does everybody understand? Is that clear? Wait a minute, hold on, my mouse went dead on me. Okay, yeah, so there that is. And then after you prostrate, you're going to come and sit. And a lot of people ask about this position here. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would sit with his hands over his thighs, where the knees are, and he would have his feet position like this. But this is very hard for most of us to do. I've never been able to do this. If you cannot position your feet like that, then it's okay. This is a Sunnan. It's a Sunnan. It's not a pillar of the prayer. Okay? So it's upon the Sunnan, to sit upon your toes like that. It's from the Sunnan, as Ibn Umar said. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would sit upon his toes like this, but this is a Sunnan. It's not a pillar. If you can't do it, don't worry about it. And don't sit with your behind on the ground. It's disliked. If you can't put your feet like that, then you can sit on the side of your hip. That's how I sit. A lot of people sit, on their hip, with their hip on the floor, okay, because they can't sit this way. Does everybody understand? But I want y'all to know the main thing is don't argue and debate about those positions, because these are all Sunnans of the prayer. Your prayer is accepted whether you are able to do these things or not. Okay? So, two things that we talked about. The prostrating. When you prostrate, you go down to the floor. This is after you say, Semi Allahu liman hamidan, Rabbana wa lakal ham. Then you do the Allahu Akbar and go down to the floor. Your forehead, your nose, and all your fingers and hands are flat on the floor, parallel to your shoulder or your ears. Hands are wide open and stretched out. Fingers are stretched out. These are Sunnahs. Elbows up, not down. Elbows up. And when you're in that position of prostration, you say, Subhana Rabbil Ala. Subhana Rabbil Ala. Subhana Rabbil Ala. 3 times. And then whatever personal dua you want to make. And it can be in whatever language you speak, but no Quran. No Quran and when you're prostrating, and no Quran when you're bowing. Okay. So I'm going to stop right here. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. And I apologize, for the distraction, but I got to be able to walk, and y'all see I didn't look. Ice done melted again. My poor little star. I've been trying to drink this one little Starbucks all day. The ice melted. I bought a new one. It's in the refrigerator. I'll enjoy that one later on. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. Any questions or comments? Are there any questions or comments, people? Okay, tomorrow, don't forget Dr. McBride is out of town. That's Thursday, right? For a conference because he's a doctor. And so we have Sheikh Saud's class, and Sheikh Saud is going to continue to speak about the scholar. No, you don't have to boycott Starbucks. I keep telling y'all, the Starbucks ain't got nothing to do with Israel. It's a franchise owned in America by a lot of Muslims. In fact, I'm getting ready to open up a Starbucks. Yeah. Try to open up one here and one in Florida. Oh, yeah. You ain't got to boycott Starbucks. Starbucks has nothing to do with Israel. It's a franchise that's independently owned by people. America can nobody in America, no American citizen or company can send money to a government. They got to go through the United States federal government. Remember, guys, I worked for the government, so I know. Brother Nestor, everybody in the world is a Zionist, including the Kafirs y'all voting for in America. Everybody in America is a Zionist. So what? What they got to do with you and me? We're Muslims. And where does a law say that because y'all think somebody is a Zionist, we got to boycott? We ain't having that discussion here. Not today. Okay? I want y'all to learn how to pray. It's all about learning how to pray. We have to keep the politics. Let's try to keep the politics out of Islam, guys, and learn what it means to believe in Allah and how to worship him the way he legislated, and leave all that political crap out of here. All right. Okay. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. See you guys tomorrow. Yeah, 6:30. Yeah, inshallah.